file names, and we will see who takes this race. And we're off. First level here, we have the prologue. Now, you'll see here they'll be doing a lot of jumping. This is mainly because we don't have our dash yet. Now, this is what we call bunny hopping. You'll see this a lot throughout the run. They will be bunny hopping, trying to get as much momentum as they can, because bunny hopping essentially preserves your momentum when you're moving. And it actually is faster than walking. As we get our first dash from the scrawl, the bird. Let me check, actually. The seeding is a little different. I think LaurieDBunnykins was a 4th seed, and I think AndyPerfect is either a 5th or a 6th seed, judging from their PBs. It's a 41 and a 47 is the PB. So now here we are when we see our first taste of the dash mechanic. And you'll see the runners blowing through this level very quickly. This is Forsaken City. Now you'll see they have 3 different dash mechanics, 4 actually, they're going to be using here in this level. We have a dash cancel, a hyper dash, a wave dash, and a wall bounce. So the first one we have is the dash cancel, which you do mainly without hitting any buttons at all. You just hit jump and dash quickly, and it will make you jump over really quickly and give you a lot of height. Then you have the hyper dash, which you do when you press down forward, and that will give you a lot of distance and maintain your speed, give you a lot more speed. You can also extend any of these dashes, which means you have a between 10 and 15 frame window to get your dash back. As you see Laurie just did there, she was able to get an extra dash. Now she's doing a wave dash there, and then here comes a wall bounce. There's a wall bounce from Laurie, and we have AndyPerfect coming into the bumper room and just not that far behind. We have a couple of screens difference. Now right here is a cool little trick that Laurie's going to do, a spike jump. Now you might say, how the heck? How does she do that? How is she doing that? She's doing that with one simple thing. You're not actually jumping off the spikes. You're jumping off of the wall underneath the spikes, or actually, in that case, next to the spikes. As they both finished the level within about 5 or 6 seconds of each other. That was a really good city from both runners. Great job. So now we'll be entering level 2. This is Old Site, and we have a new mechanic that we have to worry about. This is the Dream Blocks. Now, the Dream Blocks are one of my favorite mechanics in the game. This particular mechanic will you'll see it after we enter the awake, after she enters the cutscene. There are these little blocks that you can see on the screen now that are kind of inactive at the moment. Laurie takes an unfortunate death on that screen. Right here is our first dream block. You can only dash through them, and they give you momentum. You can also jump out of them and hyper dash out of them. Hyper dashing we may not see in this run, as it is something a lot of the top level runners will use, and it's a very difficult and very precise trick. But you'll see the runners doing a lot of jumps out of these and doing a lot of dashes through them, so we can gain our momentum and get really, really quick dashes. Now the next thing we're going to be worrying about, first you'll see on Laurie's screen and then Andy's screen right after, is our first interaction with Battleline. This is the main baddie of the game, and she is going to follow us around as Andy takes the lead. Nice, good job, Andy. She's going to follow us around about 3 seconds behind us, so we need to make sure that we don't use the same movements. And they're in the same room. Wow. So you'll see Battleline following our runners around here. As she gets more and more intense now, there's 3 of them following us. Ooh, cutting it close there, Laurie. Nice job. Now this is the longest room inside of the old site. This deaths can cost many seconds, so we need to make sure our runners are very careful here. And Laurie makes it through, and so does Andy. Nice job, runner. This is a very, very close race right now. The races are one screen on the same screen throughout this whole level. And now we're coming to one of the most technical parts of the game. This is the awake section. We'll see how our runners handle it. There's a lot of block movements and level changes as far as, heights of the blocks and where you need to hyper dash and where you need to dash. It's very technical. And now on this screen, both of the runners will try to avoid all of the bumpers. They don't get shot up in the air. And Laurie is our first runner to complete Old Site. Nice job. And now we enter Chapter 3, Celestial Resort. More mechanics. More and more. We'll always have more. Every level will introduce some new ones. Now, in this one, we have something called dust bunnies. You see them on this screen on Laurie's. They will kill you instantly if you touch them. And this level is very cycle-based. So if you know anything about cycles are basically what you'll see is that the enemies will circle, and you kind of want to keep them in pace, because if you don't, there's also two different ways to complete each room in this particular level. There is the death cycle, and there's also the entry cycle. So you'll see our runners trying to complete every room without dying, so that they know their entry cycle. You'll see sometimes the runners will exit the room prior to, Laurie taking an unfortunate death in a very large room here. And we'll have our first interaction with Mr. Oshiro. This is the owner of the hotel, of the resort. We won't be seeing too much of him, as we'll just be kind of skipping over the cutscenes here. You'll also see right here we have some platforms that are kind of that they depress, and then we have like little pieces of dust coming up off the walls and off some of the floors. So basically you can't stand in the same place twice. You'll see it in this room. And then also we have our first look at lock switches. These are things you need to hit on every room, every lock switch to open up that door. That was a pretty cool strat. And Andy's back in the lead. Wow, look at this. In sync. They're in sync, chat. Wow. And now we're entering the huge mess section. Both runners entering the huge mess section at the exact same time. This particular room can be a bit of a pain for a lot of newer runners because it's a lot of obstacles. So we're going to clean this up for Mr. Oshiro here. Now there's 3 different paths and 3 different switches you'll need to hit in order to complete this section. We will always do the downward one first, and then hit the upward one, and then hit the middle one. Basically, we do this for the reason that we want Oshiro to be in the closest section to us when we exit after we hit the button. And now you'll see another spike jump. Maybe Laura will do it. Nope, neither runner will do the spike jump in this room. Andy finishes and hits the first button first. Great job. Nice job, Andy. Andy enters the second section, the huge mess. More dust bunnies, more dust floors. Laurie having a little bit of a hard time with those corners. And Andy taking an unfortunate death in this particular room. Taking another one. Oh, and Laurie taking a very unfortunate death as well. Andy hits his second button as Laurie hits the skip in that room. First try, nice job, and Laurie will hit her second button. And briefly, we'll see another character everyone knows and loves. This is Theo. We briefly see him there. We'll see him a little bit more in Chapter 5. Ooh, nice work in that room from Andy. Great job. taking the safe strat in that room. Ooh, Laurie taking an unfortunate death. About one room apart right now, chat. And Andy hits his third button. As we head into the elevator section, he will talk to Mr. Oshiro, and we will head into the elevator section. Laurie hot on his heels. That particular room that Andy just did is can be very tricky for some newer runners and some casual playthroughs. And then Laurie heading into the lock switch room, and Andy heading into the one of the longer rooms in the level. Not quite the longest. Ooh, very close one from Laurie. Nice save. Same room. Here we go. And right here, we'll see what runner takes the fast path here. Laurie will take the hyper dash route, and Andy takes the safe route and gets through it first. Laurie getting a little hesitant here to jump. Nice, she makes it through. Now you'll see both runners will retry when they get the key there. The reason we do this is because the key does not leave you when you retry or when you die. So it's faster to retry and take an intentional death as Andy enters the Oshiro section, the first official boss fight of the run. And Laurie coming in close and hot on his heels here. These are some of the longer rooms in the level. Ooh, and both runners taking an unfortunate deaths in these first couple of rooms here. Yeah, a lot of PBs happening in the tournament, and usually this run may last about 45 minutes or so, maybe 50. So there's a couple things you can worry about with Oshiro. You'll see that he throws like a lightning bolt across the screen. That's when he's about to charge across the screen, and if he hits you, you die. So you see Andy trying to dash downwards so that he doesn't get hit. You can also jump on his head, and kind of you'll get your dash back if you do that. There's Laurie making it through. Oh, danger, danger, Laurie. And and Andy's in the last room. Death here can be very crucial. And Andy makes it through. Nice job, Andy. And Laurie's through as well. What a great resort from both runners. Chapter 3 complete. With Andy just a few seconds in the lead here, we enter Golden Ridge, our Chapter 4. Now we have another set of new mechanics here. We have these green bubbles that Andy is going through. They give you basically an extra dash. Now, we also have some water here that you can kind of swim through. You can also jump off of. And then we see our first experience with wind. Now, wind is a mechanic that kind of messes with your sensibilities. You also have these crumble blocks that kind of, and then clouds also. These are like little trampolines kind of, and the red ones will disappear. This run is a great run right now from both runners. I'm really excited. According to chat, we have Andy on PB pace by about 10 seconds. And they have Laurie is catching up, is coming in hot right now into this room. Will Laurie do the spike jump? She's going to do the spike jump. Oh, there's the spike jump. Oh, she misses. There it is. Nice job, Laurie. Double wall bounce there. Let's see if she gets this strat. Ooh, that's scary. It's a scary strat. No, Laurie, no. There you go. Take the safe strat, Laurie. We believe in you. As Andy exits the first section of Golden Ridge and enters the old trail section. And Laurie will do a quick exit here and join him in the same room. Andy about one room ahead of Laurie at the moment. According to the timers, we may be pretty synced up here. They may actually be very close. Our runners are very, very close. And Laurie with the nice reverse hypers there. Another little dash that you can do. Ooh, look at this. On it at the same time. Look at this. The sync, chat. Oh, wow. Laurie, that was nice. Nice save. This is some intense sync right now, chat. Very, very intense. Laurie pulls ahead by just a tad bit here. And she misses. Oh, is she going to the strawberry room? She is. She took the long way around. Oh, she just misses the jump there. And Andy taking his safe strats for the win here. Lead change after lead change after lead change. This is intense, guys. This is very intense gameplay right now. Ooh, Laurie dying in the bumper room here. We have some new mechanic here. We have the ice balls. These ice balls come at the same intervals. They're timed. Nice job, Laurie. Oh! Oh, and Laurie taking the lead because of her faster strats. We're heading as we near the end of Golden Ridge, and Andy takes an unfortunate death. Laurie entering the final room of Golden Ridge here. Oh, and Faith takes a death right as Andy enters the room. And Laurie will finish the level just a few seconds ahead. Yes, ice balls. Very solid Golden Ridge from both of our runners, both with 5 deaths. Neither runner got Swagberry. And now we enter Mirror Temple. This has a few more new mechanics. You'll see in the next room coming up, they have these red balls, red bubbles, as we like to call them. These will act kind of like the green ones, but they will shoot you indefinitely until either you dash or you hit a wall. Oh, and Laurie tries the spike skip. Gets it second try. Nice job. Oh, and Andy will go for it too with the reverse. Gets it first try. Nice job, Andy. And Andy playing like he wants this win here. Another mechanic you'll see in this level, you'll see these little blocks that are right there that Laurie's on right now. They move on a track, and they will move when you dash. So Laurie going for a little bit of a developer intended skip here. This basically will get you an item if you bring a key with you, but we're not bringing the key with us because we don't need the item. This is any percent chat. Ooh, Laurie, nice save. Andy just right on her heels, right behind. So right here, we'll see our first taste at the next enemy. These are called Seekers. And you'll see your first, what they can and can't do. Now, they can break these blocks, these orange blocks, but they cannot transpire through the clear walls that you'll see here. See those clear little walls? They can't pass through those, but they can break the red blocks, and they also dash and follow you around. And as Laurie finishes it, Andy starts it. And now we're in the unraveling section, where you'll get all the mechanics together, and you'll see that these Seekers, you'll see our first one right here. Laurie, as it won't see Laurie. We'll see if when Andy gets to it, if you'll see him. Oh, and Laurie takes a death to that Seeker right there. And the Seekers can hit the coins or the lock switches. See, you can hit the lock switches. Nice job, Laura. This is a great section for her right now. Ooh, she's doing the old strat. That was nice. Oh, that was so nice from Laurie. Good job. She finishes the unraveling section and enters search. And right here, we'll see the biggest skip in the game. It skips 2 keys and saves about 2 to 3 minutes coming up right here. And she'll do it by using a reverse hyperdash. Now, if you're looking into getting this run, this is the skip that you need to learn first. Right here. Reverse. Oh. Second try. Doesn't get it. Third try. Misses. It's an extended reverse wave dash cancel. And she gets it 4th try. Nice job, Laurie. And as Andy finishes his unraveling section, he will join her with the search skip. This room coming up has one of my personal favorite strats, where you hang from this. Oh, where you hang from this right here. You have that hit it, and boom. Now we'll see Theo again. Here's Theo. He's in a crystal. Why is he in a crystal? Play the game, you'll find out. It's basically a representation of his fears of no one liking him as image. Feels like he's always in a crystal or in a bubble because of social media. I didn't spoil anything, chat. I'm lying. And he takes a little bit of a slower route through this room, but nice job. Laurie having a really good Theo section right now. As Andy just begins it, she's in room 5, and Andy starts room 1. Oh, Laurie taking a death. So what you can see here is you can't actually dash with Theo. So you'll see our runners utilizing by throwing him first, and then either dash canceling or just dashing, depending on the situation. Ooh, nice jump on the Seeker there from Andy. See if Laurie pulls off the fast strat here. Not quite. Laurie coming close to the end here. Ooh, close one. She bops the Seeker on the head. And Laurie entering the final room of the Theo section before we get to she nails it first try. Nice job. Right in this room, you'll see waves of, they push you back, and basically we dash at the same time. We see these waves so that the waves don't actually push us back, because our dash is a way to basically negate a lot of the movement canceling things in the game. like wind. All right, and now we're entering reflection as Andy takes a death. Now we'll see even more mechanics here. This particular mechanic you'll see first is called Golden Feathers. Now these can move omnidirectional. You see Laurie kind of whoop, 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 whoop. But if you move more than, I believe it's 17 degrees, you will slow down a little bit. So as you see Laurie trying to not move left and right too much. And she's going to go for leg skip. She tries once and she decides to not do it. Oh, and Andy dies at the end of the long Theo, the end of the long last Theo room. And Laurie having a very nice beginning of reflection here. You'll also see that there are these new blocks. We call them Kevin blocks, named after the guy who did the sound for them. He works for... Oh, Laurie taking a nice little 360 there. She's just showing us her mad skills. Still a very solid section, and Andy finishes Mirror Temple. Now this is a nice little about 10-second skip right there from Laurie, where you just jump up the wall, do a couple of neutral wall jumps. Now they're technically called crush blocks, but we call them Kevin blocks because it's more fun that way. I highly recommend taking a look at the video of Kevin doing the underwater crush blocks. Now there's also these little, you see them, but Laurie's not really using them too much. They're called bumpers. Basically, they will shoot you in whatever direction you jump on them and refresh your dash. So you'll see them get used quite a bit as we get later on in this level. We're into the last 2 levels of the game. These are some of the longer levels of the game, so be prepared. Laurie having her way with this level right now, though. She's doing a very good job of navigating through reflection. And Andy finishing the lake and deciding not to do the neutral wall skip strat here. So it saves about 10 seconds or so to get back up there if you don't use the neutral wall strat. So you'll see, you saw the safe strat on Andy's screen and the advanced strat on Laurie's. Laurie having a field day with this. She's already a grandma. Nice job, Laurie. So Andy takes the lower route. And he'll head up to the top here. Nice little developer intended coming up for Laurie. She's going to take her way around, though. Not risk dying. Probably a safe bet. She's having a really good reflection. Now, this level was actually intended originally to be just a strictly water level. Glad Matt didn't do that. Will Laurie attempt the battle line boost? Oh no, she takes a death on the crush block. Now you can actually, if you jump quickly enough here, she tries a little, oh, she got pretty fast. She got a lot of momentum there. But so we're entering the boss fight of the level. This is battle line. This is your main enemy. So what we do here is we end up strictly just whacking her in the face until she submits. No, not really. So we're just trying to basically tell her that we are able to climb this mountain, because right now we've been sent all the way back down to the bottom. Laurie making very quick work of these rooms. Ooh, we're taking a death there. Andy coming up on the old lady here soon, provided he finishes this room. Here we go. Oh, he misses the feather. Laurie taking a bit of a safe strat in these rooms. Yes, Laurie really did pull ahead. You are correct. Barring something supernatural here. We'll see how it goes, though. I have faith in Andy. Andy seeing the developer intended skip and going ahead and taking it. Ooh, nice skip from Laurie. Oh. As Andy enters the water. And he will come up to the crush block right before battle line. So Andy is about to enter his battle line fight. Laurie coming up on about the halfway point of the battle line fight here. Yep, this is the halfway point. Now we'll start seeing some more blocks start to move from the ceiling here. Nice traveling through that room, Laurie. Ooh, taking the death there. Very unfortunate. She gets a second try. Nice job. Entering the final couple of rooms here. These are very long rooms, so very costly deaths. Andy having a very nice start to his battle line fight as well. Laurie slows down so she doesn't get hit by the laser. Oh, that was the clutchest save by Laurie. And she finishes the battle line fight. Nice job, Laurie. Now you'll see here she levels up. Now what does leveling up mean? It means you get a second dash. Madeline's hair has changed color. It is now pink when you have 2 dashes, red when you have 1, and blue when you have 0. It's a nice little indicator the developers gave us to let us know that we don't have dashes. It might be a good strat there, but I'm not sure. Bird. And she finishes Reflection with a sub 8. Nice job, Laurie. Oh, and Andy having some trouble with this feather room here. He makes it through. Nice job. Ooh, dies to the laser. Laurie entering our final level. This is the summit. You'll see that a lot of these places look mighty familiar. That's because basically what you're doing here is you're climbing from the bottom of the mountain back up to the top. So you will see each section again, starting with Reflection, because Reflection is technically the bottom of the mountain. She's making quick work of the 0 meters section here. You can tell she practiced this. Oh, taking a death in the final room. Just missing the bumper slightly. David hitting this halfway point on the battle line fight here. Sorry, Andy. And Laurie entering the 500 meters section of Summit. Doing some very nice advanced strats here. She'll skip that jewel. Use that zipper to head across. Skip the bumpers. Very nice strat. It's like a carnival. skip the bumpers here. Skip the bumpers. Laurie probably on low 40 pace. Probably PB pace, though. She's definitely on PB pace with that reflection. It goes to show how important the late game is in this game, chat. I see a lot of people practicing their early levels with City and Old Sight, and you can still sub 40 even with a not-so-great Old Sight. Ooh, Laurie taking a death on the spikes there. She got pixeled. And Andy is finished with his battle line fight and finishing up reflection now. You are the influencer, sir, in chat. All right, and Laurie's entering the 1,500 meter section now. This is the resort section, very cycle-based section, so you'll see if she decides, if she does die on a room, she will probably reset by exiting said room. She ran out of stamina there, so... Oh, taking a death in this room. It's one of the few rooms of the level you don't really need to reset. Here comes the Ultra room. Oh, taking a death in the Ultra room. Let's see what she does. She's gonna, yeah, she'll reset it. And makes it through second try. Nice job, Laurie. Entering the final two rooms of 1,500, as David is in 500 meters right now. Andy's in 500 meters. Wow, I cannot say his name anymore. Did I forget it? I think I did, chat. I'm sorry. Ooh, and Laurie misses the purple. This room is very costly. Any of the last rooms in Summit, a lot of the rooms in Summit get very long and the deaths get very costly. AndyPerfect versus LaurieDBunnykins. Absolutely. You got it right there, Chocolate. And Laurie is now in the 2,000 meter section. And Andy is about to finish his 500 meter section and head into the 1,000 meter section. We have our dream blocks that came back, which I didn't seem to mention. How did she not die to that? I don't understand. How did she not die? That should have been death. Laurie getting lucky with not dying to that ice ball or snowball or whatever you want to call it. Let's see if Laurie will go for auto scroller skip. She will, and she fails it. Andy making quick work of 1,000 meters here, while Laurie is trying for auto scroller skip. And she gets it. Now she has the second part to worry about. Oh! Oh my goodness! There she goes. Nice advanced strat from Laurie there. As Andy is about to finish, he's in the last room of 1,000 meters. Laurie taking a death in one of the longer rooms of 2,000. As Andy is in the second room of 1,500 and takes a death there. as well. Andy taking some of the slower routes in these rooms here. And Laurie's in 2500 here. See a couple of cool strats. This is one of my favorite parts of the run. 2500, there's a lot of really cool strats that she'll do, like that one, entering the room like that. And you have this nice little fast strat on the zipper. And then you have some... Ooh. She got it. Nice first try. And then we have key skip here, which she will do. Second try. Nice job. You jump off the wall and jump off 2 pairs of walls behind spikes. Get a nice little bounce and dash up twice. Laurie going with the danger dash there. As Andy's heading towards the last room. Ooh, and takes a death. Right here. Oh, Laurie goes for door skip. Misses. Won't go for it again. Don't blame her. She's not going to save 9,000 years. And Andy finishes 1,500 meters just as Laurie is in the last room for 2,500, about to enter the summit. I think it's called Laurie Danger, because she does danger dashes. All right, now Laurie is in our 3,000 meter section. This section is marked by a lot of checkpoints, some of the longer screens in the game, but you don't really have to worry about deaths as much on this downdraft part, and you have wind. So right here, you have the wind blowing downward at us. And we want to make sure that we are dashing as quickly as possible here and as much as possible. She'll try to keep her momentum by using as many wall bounces as she can so she can keep her upper momentum. Oh, nice save. Oh, and David gets skipped. No, he didn't do the skip. Andy did not do the skip. He did not, and I keep saying David. I don't know why I want to say David. I don't know why I want to keep calling you David, Andy. I'm going to make a comment about that in the post-game interview. Laurie coming up on flag 20. As Andy is coming into the last couple rooms of 2,000 meters here. Now, Laurie is in the updraft section. The updraft section makes you jump very high, but can also be the death of you should you not time your dashes and your jumps properly. So Laurie at some of the longer flags here. This is flag 14. This one is quite obnoxious if you die, especially towards the end, like right here. Nice job. Flag 13, also another very long flag. And right here, this is probably one of the more dangerous spots of the summit peak section, going up into this little area right there, and she gets a first try. Nice job into flag 12. And Andy is in 2,500 meters, doing some of our nice speed strats here. Takes a little bit of a safe strat there as Laurie is entering. Oh! Flag 9. Oh, and she takes a death at flag 10. She skips flag 8 and heads directly to flag 7. And we're heading into the final section of the summit here for Laurie. Get your GGs ready. She's going to be so close to that PB, just a little over. That peanut butter just eluded her just by a little bit. Ooh, taking a death on flag 4 there from... I was going to say, will Andy try door skip? No, he does not. He does not want to save that 9,000 years either. Nice little skip there from Laurie for the extra dash. Flag 2 from Laurie. Close one. Flag 1. Let's go, Laurie. Get your GGs ready, chat. And Laurie finishing the race with a final time of 42:47. GGs to LaurieDBunnykins. Great job, Laurie. And now we have all eyes on Andy as he finishes out his summit. Most could be on PB pace still for Andy. Remember, he has a 47. Very solid run from Laurie. Great job. And he's almost finished with his downdraft section. We're going to see if we can get Laurie in here for a post-game interview, see if she wants to do that. Andy has a 47. I don't know exactly. Hold on, let me check. Andy has a 47.23. That is his PB, so he is very much on PB pace right now. Looks like we have Laurie waiting for an interview here. We can get her in here in just a moment. And Andy first tries the hard part on flag 13. Taking his time, making sure he doesn't die. Deaths are very costly here. Flag 9. Taking the safe strat and hitting flag 8. Ooh, taking a death. Hey, we have Laurie with us. Welcome, Laurie. Congrats on the win. GG.
That was the worst run of this game I've ever done.
The worst run of this game you've ever done, really?
Yeah. I am kind of mortified how I played in this race, if I'm being honest.
Well, I'm sorry to hear that. I thought your reflection was actually killer.
My reflection was 3 seconds. I saved 3 seconds there, and I could have saved half a minute. But it was okay, I guess.
It happens. Did nerves maybe get the best of you with this particular race, or?
Nerves usually don't. Nerves usually don't affect my just general playing. They usually affect my decision making, which a lot of my mistakes in this race weren't because I was thinking poorly. It was just because I had messed up a lot in a lot of rooms.
Well, that's okay. I mean, you still won. You had a great race. Andy is actually, takes a death at flag 2, is on PB pace right now.
That's
probably
exciting.
by almost a minute. He's got a little bit of time left to beat that PB. He's got a 47.23 as his PB.
That's
he's
out
at
of date.
46 right now, and he's on flag 1. So
The 47 I think is out of date. I think he has a 46 something right now.
don't retry. No. I think he gets a 47 exactly.
Oh.
4701.
Oh well. Well, I was watching the stream because this was one where I kind of wanted to know my progress because I'm rank 4 and Andy's rank 5, so the only thing that really would have stopped me from entering the brackets was losing against Andy. So I wanted to keep tabs, and apparently we were like tied around the chapter 3 area where I was like well over a minute behind where I should have been at that point.
Yeah, you guys were pretty much tied throughout the first 4 levels. You guys were changing leads throughout Ridge. Really, you took the lead when Mirror Temple happened. Welcome, Andy. Welcome, GG. Congratulations, man. Great job on the race. How close was that to a PB? How are you feeling right now?
I mean, it was like 30 seconds away from my PB, but that was honestly probably the worst boss fight section I've ever had in my life. That was abysmal.
Oh, I thought you were
I
going to
don't know
say
how I
just
pulled
in
off such a
general-
close PB with that bad of a boss fight.
I thought you were going to say just in general that was the worst run you've done, and I was going to be like, hey, I just said that 3 minutes ago.
No, I was really happy with my chapter 2 and my chapter 4, but yeah,
I was
my boss fight
happy
was
with,
abysmal.
I mean, I guess my 5 and 6 weren't terrible, but they were.
No, your chapter 5 and your chapter 6 were very good, Laura. You had a very solid chapters 5, chapter 6. Yes, Andy, your chapters 2 and chapter 4 were great. You guys were pretty much tied up through chapter 4. Andy, you were in the lead for a good portion of the first 4 chapters. Laurie just had a phenomenal Mirror Temple and took it away from you and took the lead away. And then she just kind of held on to it there.
I literally still can't do search skip 100%, or not like 100%, but like enough consistently to get it first try, and I really hate that. Like, I always take multiple tries on search skip, which is something I should not be doing.
Yeah, I heard I was, on a side note, I heard I was being called David over and over.
Yeah, for some reason, I wanted to call you David. I don't know why. I think it happened like 4 or 5 times, but I was calling you Andy for 95% of the run.
But no,
like
my name is not secretly David.
Are you sure?
As far as I'm aware, I may be mistaken.
You know,
I'm just messing with you, dude. I'm sorry about that. It was definitely brain fart. It's late.
it's all
I'm
good.
sorry.
you know, the D in LaurieDBunnykins stands for David.
Does it actually?
No, it stands for Diane.
Oh, okay. That would have been really funny.
No, I like to joke that it means different things. I
I'm
saw
sure
somebody in
you
chat
probably have
say
a
it
lot of
was
meanings.
good.
There was a couple of really good spots in this run. This run was actually a great race to commentate. I'd like to thank you guys for racing and for
And
being a part of this tournament. This
finished
is
on the
fantastic.
SRTV.
Say what now?
He finished on the SRTV.
Oh, I need to do that, don't I?
Yeah, you got to hit done on that.
Oops.
There we go. You didn't finish until July 18th.
Good race, Andy. Now, either way, you guys both played a very great race. This was a really fun race to commentate. Is there anything you guys would like to say about your runs or about the tournament or about speed gaming before we sign off?
No, go ahead.
I have races the next 3 weekdays. If you care, if anyone else cares, if you want to see more races from me, I have one literally Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, so I'm still going to be here a few more times this week, and I hope to do better than I did today.
And how about you, Andy? Anything you'd like to say?
The only thing I know for like as a fact, I know I've been watching some of the top runners because actually when I started learning this game, I probably spent like a good 2 months without ever watching a top tier run. I just was like, you know what, I just need to get better and stop dying. So a lot of my strats that I do are just kind of like self-made. And I know a lot of my routing is I take a lot of paths that I'm not supposed to take, and I know that. I haven't taken the time to learn anything else.
That's okay. If I may recommend, like you said, watching some of the top tier runners, I watched personally. I'm a runner as well, and I watched the world record a lot to try and learn from those strats. But it is a lot of not dying. This game is a lot of precision and making sure that you don't bounce off corners and make sure you don't die, because deaths are much more costly than you taking half a second to bounce off of a corner or take a slower strat.
Exactly.
And I think the fact that you have a 47 or 46 with your strats currently is very commendable. And I think that you'll only improve once you get some of the faster strats down. So good luck. I really think you're going to do great.
Thank you very much. Congratulations, Bunnykins. That was a great race.
Thank you. By the way, I just updated the match submissions on the server while you were talking. Like submitted our times.
Nice.
So you don't have to worry about that.
Okay, sounds good.
All right. So this about does it for us. I think that is it for tonight for Celeste. So thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you for speed gaming. Thank you to the racers. Please throw the racers a follow. If you like what you see, throw speed gaming a follow. We'll be doing this tournament all month, all next month, maybe even through September. It's going to be fantastic. Keep watching. A lot of great runs, a lot of great runners, and speed gaming is a lot of great stuff other than Celeste. So make sure you follow the channel and subscribe. I will see you guys in my race Thursday night. Until then, have a great time. Peace out, everybody.
Good luck on Thursday. See you.